Most people believe financial instability begins with a bad decision, a reckless purchase, a missed payment, a job loss. But that's rarely where it starts. It begins much earlier, with something so ordinary that almost nobody notices it. Every paycheck arrives looking like freedom. Yet before you decide what to do with it, an invisible architect has already drawn the floor plan. Not for your money, for your attention. Every dollar quietly waits for instructions, and modern life has become exceptionally good at giving those instructions before you ever do. This is the architecture of automatic spending. Unlike debt, it doesn't need you to make terrible decisions. It only needs you to accept enough convenient ones. And once you recognize its design, minimalism stops looking like sacrifice. It starts looking like structural engineering.
The strange thing about modern money is that very little of it disappears dramatically. Most of it leaks, tiny amounts, quietly. A streaming service here, a food delivery there, a slightly nicer apartment, an upgraded phone, cloud storage, premium memberships, insurance add-ons, faster shipping. None of them seem expensive. That's because each expense is introduced separately. Your brain evaluates them one by one, never together. A $10 decision doesn't feel like a $2,000 lifestyle. That's exactly what it becomes. The architecture of automatic spending isn't built with giant purchases. It's built with invisible bricks. And because each brick feels harmless, the finished building surprises you.
There's a psychological reason this happens. The human brain wasn't designed to manage hundreds of recurring financial decisions. It was designed to conserve mental energy. Whenever something becomes automatic, your mind quietly files it away. Not because it's unimportant, because it's familiar. First month, you notice the subscription. By the sixth, you barely remember it exists. The payment continues. Your awareness doesn't. This is why financial stability rarely disappears overnight. Attention disappears first. Money simply follows it.
Minimalism begins with a rule that sounds almost too simple. Nothing gets permanent access to your future income without earning that privilege repeatedly. Think about how unusual that idea has become. Many expenses receive lifetime permission after a single emotional decision. One free trial, one checkout button, one promotional discount. Months later, you're still collecting rent inside your paycheck. Financially stable people aren't constantly asking, "Can I afford this?" Asking something much quieter. Does this still deserve space in my financial life? Those are completely different questions. One measures income, the other measures value.
Here's another pattern almost nobody notices. Modern spending isn't designed around ownership anymore. It's designed around occupancy. You don't buy many things once. You rent access to them forever. Software, entertainment, storage, music, fitness, security. Even cars increasingly resemble subscriptions. Each payment feels manageable because you're purchasing this month, not the next 10 years. Architecture depends on that short horizon. Minimalist thinking stretches it. Instead of asking, "What does this cost today?" it asks, "What role is this asking to play in the next decade?" A completely different picture appears. Consider something surprisingly ordinary. An extra $200 every month. Not dramatic. Many people spend that without noticing. Now, imagine that payment quietly follows you for 20 years. That's $48,000. Before considering what that money could have become, it's already a significant portion of someone's financial freedom. The point isn't that $200 is evil. It's that repetition is invisible. Humans notice size. Time notices consistency. Time usually wins. Here's another minimalist rule. Increase your standards before you increase your lifestyle. Those sound identical. They're not. Lifestyle asks, "What else can I add?" Standards ask, "What deserves to stay?" One expands endlessly, the other filters relentlessly. Psychologists call it adaptation. Whatever improves your life today eventually becomes your new normal. The larger apartment stops feeling luxurious. The expensive car becomes ordinary. The upgraded phone becomes expected.
comfort resets surprisingly fast. Expectations never stop climbing. Minimalism interrupts that cycle, not by rejecting better things, but by becoming far more selective about which improvements are permanent.
Perhaps the biggest misunderstanding about financial stability is that it's created by earning more. Higher income certainly helps, but stability comes from something income can't buy: space. Financial space. The distance between what enters your account and what is already promised to someone else. Many households earn impressive salaries, yet nearly every future paycheck has already been assigned. Mortgage, loans, subscriptions, insurance, monthly financing. Calendar becomes crowded before the month even begins. Minimalist money rules protect empty space because empty space creates options, and options are one of the few financial assets that become more valuable during uncertainty.
There's another quiet shift that financially intelligent people make. Stop treating money like a reward and start treating it like a voting system. Every payment casts a vote, not only for the company receiving it, but for the life that payment keeps constructing. Some votes by convenience, some by status, some by temporary excitement. Others quietly purchase flexibility, time, lower stress, future choices. The difference isn't visible after one transaction. It's visible after thousands. That's how financial identities are built, not through dramatic decisions, through ordinary ones, repeated long enough to become invisible.
In the end, minimalism isn't about owning less. It's about allowing fewer things to own pieces of your future. Architecture of automatic spending never disappears. It simply keeps offering new rooms for your paycheck to move into. Financial stability comes from becoming the architect instead of the tenant. Not by fighting every expense, but by making sure each one continues to deserve its place. Because the strongest financial life isn't the one filled with the most possessions. It's the one with the fewest invisible obligations. And once you begin seeing those hidden structures, it's remarkably difficult to stop noticing them.
Want to understand money better? Join our community and subscribe for more finance insights.